Okay, so when I'm done, my map is going to look a little bit like that. So I have these tree stands or forest, I have some grassland, I have land and agriculture, and I've got the pond. Both of these I did with clips. The rest of them I did with autocomplete. But when I look down here, I see that, well, that's a little clunky looking, so I need to go back in and fix that. So I'm still in an editing mode. I'm going to double click this till I can see the vertices, and I'm just going to insert another vertex here. And I can reshape that a little bit. And right there, I think that probably can move out. Do that. So I can save my edits and then stop editing, go back to my bookmark and look at my farm scale. So that's looking pretty okay. So next you need to do the roads. So we're going to turn on the road layer, start editing, and roads are created with segments, and each road segment starts or ends at the intersection of another road segment. So we have this long road here, which is Fleck, and then we've got the road called Bottom Lane, and then we've got the road through the farm. And so because snapping is on and I don't want this snapping to the edges, I'm going to turn off the land cover area, and I'm going to start, whoops, I'm going to start with my line. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and start again, and I'm just going to try to put this down the center lane of the road, and I might move off my map a little bit. There we go. I'm just going to create a center line road segment. Thank God for straight segments of road. Until I get to the middle of the lane that runs down Bottom Farm. And I'm going to double click and end that segment. I'm going to name the road Fleck. I think that's it. Fleck Road. Okay. And then I'm going to start the next segment. And you can see that it's snapping there. So I'm going to start the next segment of Fleck Road on past my map. Save those edits. And then I'm going to come back to the middle here, and I'm going to start the road that's called Chapman Heights. So I'm going to sneak up on this. And I'm going to start my segment down through. This doesn't have a nice center lane, unfortunately, or center line. I'm just going to do the best I can here. So let's say you're digitizing and you forget to stop and make the connection into the farm. It's okay. There's a workaround for that. So we're going to go ahead and finish Chapman Road and come back and split that line segment. And I'll show you how to do that. So I'm going to go finish Chapman Road here. Again, I'm going to finish it beyond the edge of the farm. And name it. I just got lazy, so I'm going to copy and paste it into there. Editor, save edits. And now I'm going to go back to where it should have intersected with the other farm. I'm going to zoom in on that. And then I'm going to use my split tool and split it right there. And now it's in two sections, and the nice thing is both sections already have a label. So there's Chapman Heights Road and Chapman Heights Road. And then I can pick up the new line here for the road into the farm. So when that is done, let's say I finish that one, I'm going to save the oops, I got to name that one. That is called, what is it called? Okay, so now I'm going to save the edits, stop editing, and I can play around a little bit with the roads. Actually, there's some bad road segments. You can see where they didn't quite finish. Anyway, at this scale, it's not so great. And then I can turn on labels. And when I zoom out, it looks really horrible. So it works well where that polygon covers that polygon, but it doesn't work well on the other side. But you get the idea of how you can kind of play around with. I have a little polygon section there. I'm going to put that back down. Anyway, so if I were to make a map showing just my area, it would work. So it's just something I want you to really play around with. How do you get features in? How do you edit? And the first time it takes you forever to create the polygons, and then the second, third, and fourth time it just happens pretty quickly. So another option would be to make the roads for this particular map as polygons themselves, but I wanted you to play around with intersecting line features.